Peace and blessings, beautiful people. Peace and blessings. This is Empress Imani, and welcome to this episode of Sacred Love Lessons. So today, you guys, is all about being the matrix. Being the matrix. And so today's topic is all about freedom, your pathway to freedom. And this is an opportunity for you to either accept the red pill or the blue pill. This episode is inspired by the movie The Matrix and by the Kabbalion. Now, in the Kabbalion, it talks about all is mind. All is mind. This is Hermetic teaching that talks about the principle of mentalism. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And basically, talking about your mind, your mindset, and making shifts and pivots that you need to make in order to manifest a life that you love. So the first thing in mentalism, all is mind, is mental transmutation. Now, mental transmutation is the process of you transmuting your thoughts to improve, purify, perfect, and expand your mind and ultimately your life. It is the process of you using your mental capacity to change yourself. Now, you guys remember The Matrix, and I'm talking about the first one that came out. In The Matrix, the film conveys a lot of beautiful ideas, a lot about the truth behind our mind, our consciousness, some which relate to religion, some which relate to spiritual ideas and spiritual wisdom. Now, there was one scene in the movie that really stood out with me, and that's when Neo goes to see the Oracle for the first time. He goes to see the Oracle for the first time, and he sees a little boy, sitting on the floor holding a spoon. And the boy changes the shape of the spoon just by looking at it. At least that's what I thought. And this is how the conversation went. Boy, do not try and bend the spoon. That's impossible. Instead, only try to realize the truth. Neo, what truth? Boy, there is no spoon. Neo, there is no spoon. Boy, then you'll see that it is not the spoon that bends. It is only yourself. So in The Matrix, when Neo says, there is no spoon, it signifies his evolution to a consciousness beyond logic, where anything is possible. And Neo realizes that it is not the spoon that bends. There is a change in that moment in his perception of the spoon in his mind, which was in his imagination. And this reminded me of the quote by the late great Dr. Wayne Dyer, where he said, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I'm going to let that marinate. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So what that told me in the example of Neo and the little boy at the Oracle's place was that the spoon was not actually bending, but the imagination that the boy had, his imagination, he projected that onto the spoon. And in his imagination, in his mind, the spoon was bending. So what does this mean? What does it all mean for us today? So again, we're talking about freedom. We're talking about freedom, and we're talking about freeing your mind. When you free your mind, you overcome distractions that attempt to get in the way of what matters most to you. You create an open space in your mind that increases your focus and your self-confidence. You manifest a life that you love, a life of your dreams, because you have clarity, clear vision, and you have the right outlook on life. Now, how do we bend the matrix? Well, the first step, this is always my step one, is to tap into and align yourself with divine mind. Now, when I say divine mind, I am referring to God, the Most High, the Infinite One, Source, the universe. This entity is known by many names. Father, Mother, God. So that's what I'm referring to, and whatever you call it, that's what I'm talking about. Number 2. Question everything. Question everything. What experiences has reshaped the way you view things around you? What adds value to your life? What makes you happy? Question everything. Number 3. Look for the lesson. Now, the lesson is the only thing that you should carry forward. You know, sometimes, and I have been that way myself, where you're carrying around baggage. And what is baggage? Baggage is guilt, shame, embarrassment, fear, doubt, anger. That is baggage. But what you want to carry around is you want to carry the lesson, right? The lesson. So in this step, number 3, look for the lesson and then carry that lesson forward with you. Number 4, see how you can apply the lesson to your life. You know, when you learn the lesson, you ask yourself, at least I do, what does this mean? Why is this important? How do I apply this to my life? Am I seeing what I am supposed to be seeing? Am I seeing it correctly? And this is when you tap into divine mind. You ask for discernment. You ask for foresight to be able to see those things that you are destined to see and to know what you are destined to know. Number 5, look for the opportunities by using your imagination. I love this part. I really do, because your imagination can be whatever you want it to be. Whatever you can imagine, it can be that. In the movie The Matrix, the little boy imagined that the spoon was bending, and the spoon was bending. In his world, it was bending. So you can imagine, put anything inside your imagination. I mean, I know there was a time where we never thought we would be able to go into outer space. And now it's like, you know, people are talking about Space Force and all those things. But we know it is possible, and it's been done time and time again. So look for opportunities to use your imagination, and then allow your imagination to flow. And then you want to document whatever you imagine. Document that. Keep a journal. Keep a manifesting planner of what it is that you imagine. Now, your imagination may work in dreaming, nighttime dreaming, sleep dreaming. It could be daydreaming. It could just be you thinking and your imagination just playing itself out in your mind. But whatever you see in your mind's eye, write that down in a journal. Number 6, seize the moment. Now this part is important because you can dream all day, but at some point you must take action. You must take action. So you want to seize the moment. Now, I have this short story for you. I don't even remember where I read it, but I'll tell you the story. There were 2 monks standing in a courtyard and arguing about a flag flapping in the wind on a nearby building. "It is the flag that moves," said the first monk. "No, it is the wind that moves," said the second monk. A Zen master happened to be walking by and overheard their argument. He came by and he said, "It is not the flag nor the wind that moves. It is the mind that moves." So freeing your mind is the key to bending the matrix. When you realize there is no spoon, you will manifest a life of your dreams. And I'll leave you with this final affirmation. I am free. I am free from all past hurts and illusions. Nothing is holding me from my greatness. So that's all I have for you today. I hope this episode has been of value. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. We're open to receive a cup of coffee. You can go over to sacredlovelessons.com and do that. And until we speak again, be the light.